In 1950, a businessman forgot his wallet at a Manhattan restaurant and accidentally invented the modern economy. The man's name was Frank McNamara. He was sitting across from his wife at Major's Cabin Grill on East 36th Street in New York City. The bill came. He reached for his wallet. Nothing. The moment hung there, embarrassing, ordinary, utterly forgettable to everyone but him. But McNamara didn't just apologize and call home for cash. He made a promise to his wife that night. There had to be a better way. Let's rewind. In 1950, America was thriving but fragmented. If you wanted to eat somewhere nice, you carried cash. If you traveled, you carried more cash. Hotels, department stores, gas stations, each demanded physical money. Checks existed, yes, but they were slow, suspicious, and required identification. The wealthy had charge accounts at specific stores, but there was no unified system, no way for a person to prove creditworthiness across different merchants. McNamara was a businessman, a loan officer actually, so he understood credit. He understood trust, and he had an idea. What if merchants could trust a card instead of cash? What if the card itself was proof that you'd been vetted by someone else? He brought in a lawyer named Ralph Schneider. Together, they sketched out the concept. It was radical, it was simple, and it would reshape spending forever. In February 1950, they launched the Diners Club card. Not a credit card, they called it a charge card. The distinction mattered. A Diners Club card was an invitation to a closed club of vetted members. You paid a fee to join. You paid an annual fee to stay. The merchants who accepted it paid the Diners Club a percentage of each bill. Everyone was screened. Everyone was trusted. The first cardholders were wealthy New York businessmen. The first merchants were upscale restaurants in Manhattan. The card worked like this. You presented it, the restaurant called Diners Club to verify your membership, and you signed the slip. At the end of the month, you paid your bill in full. No interest, no debt, just convenience, a way to prove you belonged. But here's where the story gets interesting. Diners Club didn't stay small, it grew. By 1952, there were 100,000 cardholders. By 1955, there were over 1 million. And as it grew, something shifted. The exclusivity that had made the card desirable started to feel like a limitation. Other companies watched. They saw the model. They saw the profit. In 1958, Bank of America launched something different, the BankAmericard. This wasn't a charge card. It was a credit card. You could carry a balance. You paid interest. The bank extended credit to you automatically based on your creditworthiness. It was Diners Club's concept, the convenience, the prestige, but with a crucial difference. The bank made money not just from fees, but from lending. This was the moment. Diners Club had opened a door, but Bank of America walked through it and saw something deeper. Credit itself could be a product, a commodity. Millions of people who wanted convenience but didn't have cash. Millions of people the bank could lend to, charge interest to, build a relationship with. The card was just the vehicle. The BankAmericard eventually became Visa. American Express launched its own card in 1958. MasterCard followed, but the DNA was set. Diners Club had shown the world that a small plastic rectangle could replace cash. The banks perfected the model. They made it profitable. And they made it irresistible. What Diners Club created wasn't just convenience, it was a psychological shift. Before the card, you spent what you had. After the card, you could spend what you could borrow. The friction, the moment of handing over physical cash, disappeared. Spending became abstract, invisible, deferred. By the 1960s, credit card debt was growing. By the 1970s, it was routine. By the 1980s, it was normalized. Today, Americans hold over 1 billion credit cards. The average household carries thousands in credit card debt. The system that McNamara sketched on a napkin in 1950 has become the infrastructure of modern spending. And here's the final irony. Frank McNamara, the man who forgot his wallet and built an empire, filed for bankruptcy in 1960. His company, Diners Club, was sold. The credit card revolution he started made billions for banks and credit card companies. But McNamara himself, he lost control almost immediately. The door he opened was bigger than he ever imagined. What Diners Club demonstrates isn't just about cards. It's about how a single innovation, a way to defer payment, to separate the moment of purchase from the moment of payment, can reshape an entire economy. It shows how convenience can be weaponized, how trust can be monetized, how a forgotten wallet at a restaurant in 1950 set the stage for the debt landscape we live in today. The story of Diners Club isn't a condemnation of credit cards. It's a history lesson. Understanding how this system was built, why it exists, what problem it solved, what it created in return, that's the first step toward understanding your own relationship with it. The card was designed to be irresistible. Knowing that design is the only real defense. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Subscribe because every week we uncover how the systems around you were actually built. This video is for educational and informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research.